on, guys. Let's watch this, chat.
Hey, welcome back to How to Barbecue Right. I'm Malcolm Reed. Today I'm doing char siu pork chops. This is kind of my take on Chinese barbecue. Typically you see char siu using roast pork, maybe pork belly, even spare ribs, but I think it's going to be great.
Dude, I better see a lot of rub in this one,
We're
chat.
going to get a marinade going that we soak these chops in, really get those Asian
Oh,
flavors
hell yeah, brother.
down in the meat. It's going to kind of give them this reddish color. And then we're going to cook them indirect on a drum smoker, and we're going to glaze them with this sticky sweet sauce that we make up at the end. It's going to have little bits of the char on it. It's going to have a ton of flavor. They're going to be tender. They're going to be juicy. Let's get to cooking.
I believe you, Malcolm.
Char siu pork's
Malcolm
all
Reed.
about the marinade. You've got these sweet, savory spices, got that beautiful red color. All of it works on the pork. It tastes fantastic. The first thing we have to do is get the marinade together. Because
I don't really
it
eat
needs
pork, but
time in the refrigerator to develop these flavors.
I thought it was beef. It looked like beef.
We're taking honey, shallots, fresh ginger, fresh garlic. We've got soy sauce, rice wine vinegar, hoisin, and we got to have that red. And you could use beet powder to get that red color, and that's standard for char
rice wine
siu
vinegar.
Chinese cooking. But I'm substituting red food color. And
It's
what
so
I have.
good.
It's still going to give the chops that beautiful color. So I'm going to reserve about a half a cup of this marinade. We're going to make a glaze with it later on in the cook. The rest of it we're going to pour over the chops. And I've got some thick center cut pork chops I picked up at the grocery store. We're going to put those in a Ziploc bag, and then we're going to pour this char siu marinade over the top, squeeze all the air
that's
out,
why they're red.
close
Okay,
the
no, I
bag,
get it now.
and
I
we're
get it now.
just gonna
I was gonna say,
mix
like,
it around, get all
I'm
the
pretty
chops
sure
good and covered, and then
pork
they
isn't
need
a red
at
meat.
least a 12-hour rest in the refrigerator to really let those flavors develop. And that's where we're at now. I've taken the chops out of the marinade. We've kind of let the excess drain off. If they're still wet, that's okay. And we're just letting them come up to room temperature while I
That's so
fire the
weird, dude.
smoker.
It genuinely
So for
looks
this
like
recipe,
red
I'm
meat.
firing up my gateway drum today. We're going to be cooking indirect at about 325 degrees.
Not gonna lie to you, chat. If I ever get to dad status, I wanna do what this man does. Like, genuinely, this man actually lives a life, chat. He straight up just fucking has like 18 barbecues and cooks meat and whatever else, and has people over. And he's like, hey, put some rub on that, put some rub on this, slip, slop, slap, give it a cook, check internal temps. Easy bang, dude.
Which is hot and fast on a drum
Melt in your mouth,
smoker.
biscuit.
You could use any kind of grill. You just want to set it up for some 2-zone indirect cooking and keep
Melt in your
those
mouth,
temperatures
brisket,
right
sorry.
along with me at 325. I'm starting with some Royal Oak lump charcoal in my fire pan. I'm going to use a couple tumbleweeds to get the fire going, drop it down in the drum, and when those coals are good and glowing, we're going to close the lid down and we're going to check our vents back. To help me
Also, chat, I don't know if it's just me, but I don't actually like. I don't know if I've had like proper stuff though. I don't really like smoked things. I've had like it. I mean, I think I've only had like smoked salmon and like smoked barbecue sauce before and things like that. But I don't know. It just doesn't hit for me. I know you can try like different smoked like flavors like cherry and apple, like all that kind of stuff, and I don't know. Maybe I just need to find the smoke that's right for me, but. Dude, I just need Malcolm to cook me something, dude. That's all I'm actually asking. I just want Malcolm to cook me something.
Today, I'm trying out the
And prove to me.
fan control
Prove
system.
to me,
It hooks up
dude.
to their signals
That smoking
device,
is as
or
good as
you
it
can
is.
Use it through the app, and it's going to hold this drum steady at 325. The drum is up to 325, right where I want it. So we're ready to get these char siu chops on the grill. And I'm just going straight on the rack. I've got my temp probe.
I actually want to know
right on the rack,
how
so I
much
know
these cost,
what
dude.
the great temp
These
is.
barbecues.
And we're going to hold it at 325 the entire cook.
Oh.
These chops will need to turn about every 15 minutes.
Hold on, chat. We're at 3 minutes. Let's do some quick Googling, chat. Killer Hogs Barbecue. Wait, he's got an Australian store? Wait, really? Chat, cooking stream. Yeah, dude, Queensland. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Chat, what the That's 18,000 bones, dude. Oh my god. I mean, this is like obviously top of the line shit, but it's like, god damn, dude. Like, you can literally build a fucking 3090 Ultra gaming PC. Like an SLI 3090s. This is a second-hand car. You can literally buy a car for this. Let's check out his source real quick. Rob's frog sauce. Is this frog sauce? Oh, it's what a dad joke, dude. It's a rib glaze. Okay. What's frog sauce? You can auto-pay. Oh, damn. Here we go, boys. The rubs. Look at the killer hog. I want to get his stuff, dude. Barbecue. This is the AP stuff. I kind of want to know what's in these because he's just on like half his shit. Best barbecue rub, good on everything. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. All purpose. It's probably just like salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder. What else would be in here? Maybe a little bit of MSG. Oh well.
I'm firing up my gateway
got 3 minutes, chat. Sorry about that. I said, dude, like 18 bones, 18k for a fucking barbecue.
We're gonna let them cook about 15 minutes, and we'll come back and take a look at them. All right, our chops have been cooking about 15 minutes. It's time for us to come start turning them.
That's so weird. They look like steaks, dude. Look like chops.
Just using some tongs, and we're just gonna flip them over. Keep on cooking. We'll come back and check them in about another 10 minutes. All right, we're just going to close the lid.
Thick cut chops.
Keep cooking. All right, it's been another 15 minutes, so we're going to start the glazing process now. And so what I did, I took the reserved marinade. There's about a half a cup of it, and I mixed it with a quarter cup of honey and just warmed it up in the microwave just to loosen it up a little. And we're just going to start brushing that on our chops. We're going to flip them when we get all this glaze on. Do the same thing to the other side, and we'll start coming back and checking them about every 10 minutes till we get them done. It's going to take about a total of 45 minutes on the drum here. I'm just flipping the chops now. We're going to get a little more glaze on the back side here. Close the lid and let them keep cooking.
Do you have to cook a pork chop
so after 5 minutes, we're ready to flip them again. You can see we're starting to get some of that caramelization built on them. Starting to see the color.
It's not a red meat, so you have to cook like chicken, right?
The glaze is what's going to make them, turn a little dark on us. Give us the char element, the sugars, the honey, all that's caramelizing. And we're just going to keep adding to these flavors. Going to base this.
I don't need pork, but actually it was pretty good.
Glaze.
I gotta give it to him.
We're not going real heavy, just a light coat of the glaze. Looks good. We're going to get the lid closed. And we'll check them again in another 5 minutes. We're just going to keep repeating this process. 5 minutes, flip them, glaze them, flip them, glaze them, until we get them where we want them. About 45 total minutes, we should be done. All right. We're just flipping these chops one more time. Now we're starting to get that color on this side, too. Dude,
that looks so juicy. Holy shit.
Done. I mean, once I get them glazed one more time,
there better be some rub, Malcolm.
It's going to be time to eat.
There better be some rub, dude.
Building them flavors, just layers. That's about it for the glaze anyway. We're going to close the lid up. 5 more minutes and we're going to be done. So 45 minutes in, and these chops are done. I mean, I stuck a thermopin in them. They're reading about 155. That's perfect. You can see that glaze is just bubbling on it, just caramelizing on top. I mean, those are beautiful. I mean, look at that. Sticky, sweet, Chinese barbecue pork. Took about 45 minutes. That's what I call char siu pork chops. Let's get them over to the cutting board so I can try one.
They do look good.
I've just let the chops hang out here for about 5 minutes. They really don't need that long of a rest. I mean, I can't wait to try one, but before I do, let's talk real quick what we did. We put together that char siu marinade. All those ingredients combined to kind of give us that sweet, savory, Asian-style flavor. We marinated those chops overnight, 12 hours, and then we brought them out, fired up our smoker to 325 degrees, and we just started cooking them. Every 15 minutes we flipped them, and then we started glazing them after 30 minutes with a little bit of that reserved marinade and some honey. We'd brush that on, flip them 5 minutes, keep brushing both sides until they were done. About 150.
I really like his chopping
about
boards.
45 minutes total time.
Yeah, it's a really nice chopping boards.
I'm just gonna move them to the side here, get one off. Because I want to cut into it.
It's kind of hard to find, like big
on the inside. Done all the way through. You can still see where it's kind of got that pink ring around it. That's kind of Chinese style pork. And I'm going to cut it up. I'm going to get me a strip out. I'm going to try that. I mean, just look at all the juice in there. It's kind of running out. Really great flavor. You pick up that Chinese five spice. It's sweet, but you get the grill flavor from the char on it. Ton of flavor. Really good. I love pork like this. And it kind of has that, you know, Chinese spare rib look. The marinade has kind of worked its way.
It cuts really
into the
easily.
meat.
It must be really tender.
Really good. Juicy, tender. And you get some smoke from that drum, too.
It cuts like
you
butter.
You cook this in the oven, but man, outside, over charcoal, really makes it taste so much better. Run it through a little bit of that glaze.
Yeah, I completely agree with him. You can... I understand the whole premise of, like, electric barbecues and things like that. But... hands down, dude, you can't ever replace a charcoal barbecue. Charcoal barbecues actually are nuts, dude. They like, it's just, the meat cooks so much better. Everything about them, dude, it has a bit of extra flavor to it. It just tastes like the way food is meant to taste. You know what I mean?
He's on the board. Excellent pork chop. If you're a fan of Chinese pork, you're going to love these char siu chops. I mean, you can't beat the sticky, sweet savoriness that the sauce gives the pork chops as they cook over those hot coals. Serve this with some steamed rice, maybe some stir-fried vegetables. You got another quick and easy dinner. Thanks for checking us out here at HowToBBQRight. If you like what we're doing, subscribe to our channel. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And Shell and I wrap up the week with our podcast. Check that out. We'll see y'all next time.
Take it easy, Malcolm. Salute, brother.